Hi, my name is Drew Ferry, and I'm the founder of the Eclectic Connoisseur. We welcome you from wherever you're watching this video in the world. In our last introductory video, we addressed what the Eclectic Connoisseur is all about, and in this video, we want to address who is an Eclectic Connoisseur. Well, I guess as the founder, I should first qualify myself and the road I traveled down to become one. Here's my quick story of a road less traveled that led me on a journey of self-discovery. I learned to develop a taste for the finer things in life at a very early stage in my life. When I was 16 years old, I was mentored by a British aristocrat who taught me how to pair food, wine, beverages to a 5-course meal. Later on that summer, I traveled to England, Holland, Belgium, and Germany to play soccer. And this experience changed my cultural concept of the world forever. And 2 years later, at the age of 18, I left on a one-way plane ticket with $1,000 in my pocket for a 10-year walkabout, which is an Australian colloquialism for wandering the planet before I eventually returned home. That's kind of interesting, don't you think, for having a young man entering into the world of the unknown with cruise ship dreams, but leaving home on a shoestring budget. Well, in future podcasts, I'm going to share with you my memoirs of my life as an eclectic connoisseur, traveling the world for 10 years, on $1,000, a one-way plane ticket, which is my MasterCard moment because it was priceless. You know, from picking grapes on the vendange in France to shoveling snow in Australia, bartending in Belgium, working on a kibbutz in Israel, and working in the outback of Australia for corporation bulk handling, and then to eventually finding a job on a cruise ship in Tahiti. I got my yayas out and just lived the life of a free rover or a free spirit. But when I returned back to Canada, the biggest cultural shock and transitional period I faced was I saw too many of my friends that I knew were focused on living to work, where I had just spent a decade of my life, like many Europeans, working to live. Have you heard that before? Well, the resulting impact this had on me was so substantial because I was trying to figure out how to assimilate back into an everyday Canadian routine. This invariably drove me to start my first entrepreneurial foray, which was a company I called the Connoisseur Club, where our motto was add more life to your lifestyle. Well, the company didn't do that well, but it was great for throwing extravagant dinner parties where I tried to emulate what I had first learned from my mentor and then apply it to the new lessons I had learned from my travels. Now, almost 30 years later, I've tried to adopt this fundamental principle where I try and take this approach of living life for the moment whenever we entertain. Now, whether that was in Toronto, where we lived in a community of 90% Italians, we're learning to share so many memorable dinners with new friends we had met there, took on for us an entirely special, different meaning. We then moved to Mexico, where I learned that a smile was a currency and how amazingly diverse their culinary cuisine was from region to region. I want to do a special honorable mention to our close friends that we met in Britannia Beach, British Columbia, Ron and Phil Fulber, who throw an annual community pig roast for the last 20 years. To me, Ron and Phil are the embodiment of who a true eclectic connoisseur is, because their dinner parties are on a level of what it truly means to add more gourmet life to your lifestyle and they do it with the people they care about the most all the time. I guess the next experience that I'd want to mention is returning back to Belgium to my buddy's Mark Onlay's 60th birthday. I can't even begin to count all the wondrous stories I had while I was there, like from the last mussels and Brussels dinner to 3 action-jacked parties that I had with them, that I all caught on video and that I'm going to post on our Facebook channel. To my friend Peter Paul Huben and his wife Micah in Holland, who threw me a 5-course meal and matched that up with 8 bottles of wine later. And now I've moved to Squamish, and in the last 10 years I've been in Squamish and Victoria, British Columbia. And Squamish is known as the adventure capital of Canada. It's a small, vibrant community where everyone seems to either be a mountain climber, wind or kite surfer, mountain biker, alpine skier, or simply an outdoor enthusiast. Now we live in beautiful beautiful Victoria, British Columbia, where it seems here everyone either runs, walks, golf, plays soccer, sails, kayaks, gardens, or just wants to enjoy hanging out at the beach and creating a great lifestyle. Witnessing people all around me have such a robust zest for life, I venture to ask myself now, who is an eclectic connoisseur? Well, the answer to that must surely be, it's people like you and it's people like me. It's virtually a collection of all the wonderful, kind-hearted souls, human beings being human, that I've ever had the great fortune to meet on what I consider my road less traveled. I want to thank you all for watching this video. Please smash a like on the button below and share it with anyone you deem who wants to add more gourmet life to their lifestyle. Thank you for watching. Stay safe until our next video.